Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing is ruined me for helping anyone ever again. She'll die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new slutty fish, Dad. Sometimes I don't really like you. You're coming. I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. But she'll die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new slave if she's dead. Sometimes I don't really like you. I really don't like you. I mean, sure, let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. But she will die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new slutty fish, Dad. Sometimes I really don't like you. Hold up, they're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to. I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing is ruining me for helping anyone ever again. But you won't get your new slutty fish, Dad. Sometimes I really don't like you. Right, you are coming. I mean, sure, let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. But she will die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new slutty if she's dead. Sometimes I don't really like you. Hold up, we're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing is ruined me for helping anyone ever again. I can live with that. But you won't get your if it's there. Sometimes I really don't like you. Hold up, you're coming. You're? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing is ruined me for helping anyone ever again. She'll die on her go. Die on her own. I can live with that. And you'll get your new slutty fish, Dad. Sometimes I really don't like it. Hold up, you're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. She'll die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new sled fish, Dad. Sometimes I really don't like you. Hold up, you're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing is ruining me for helping anyone ever again. She will die on her own. I can live with that. But you won't get your new sled fish, Dad. Sometimes I don't really like you. Hold up, you're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. She will die on her own. I can live with that. But you can get new sled if it's that. Sometimes I really don't like you. Hold up, and you're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan. Of course, I don't want to help her anymore. In fact, this whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again. She'll die on her own. I can live that. But you won't get your new slave, she said. Sometimes I don't really like you. Hold up, you're coming. You are? I mean, sure. Let's take a loan.